mages, blinded, driven by the greed for divine power, and under the bondage of the Circle, their armies unleashed death and destruction, bonded with the power of ancient runes, cursed to eternal life and eternal death. Until the last day of the old era had dawned.
So have you come to witness the day of my ultimate triumph, poor old man?
No. To witness your downfall. You cannot win. The convocation is a lie. It will destroy all of us.
So... You shouldn't have come. You really think I care a fig for your whimpering?
Tahira! Rowan sent us. He needs the power of the Rune Warriors. The Northern Realms are in danger.
Rowan knows I will never serve a Circle Mage again. My powers are exhausted. I have seen quite enough misery and bloodshed. Rowan will have to look for somebody else.
That's why he sent us. A very special rune lies concealed somewhere in these lands. We're here to search for it. But we were attacked and Lev is wounded. He needs your help. We need your help.
Then I hardly have any choice. Very well. I will help you. Where is Lev?
I lost sight of him somewhere behind the gate there. I hope he's still alive. These damned orcs.
I'll look for him. You stay here by my hut.
Thank you, Tahira. It's good to have you back with us.
Welcome to the world of SpellForce. In this prologue, we will explain the game to you. Let's start with some general information. The name of the main character in the prologue is Tahira. She is a combination of fighter and sorceress. From now on, we will refer to the main character as the Avatar. Once you've solved the prologue, the game will continue with the avatar you selected before starting the game. Whenever you hold the mouse pointer over a button or an object, a help window with additional information will appear in the bottom left corner of the screen. When you are asked to click on something, this means a click with the left mouse button. We'll tell you about the right mouse button a little later in this presentation. When you click the Options button in the upper right, you can save the game or change the game settings at any point in time. Now select your avatar by clicking on Tahira in the game world. Very good. You can move the view with either the cursor keys or with the mouse by holding down the right mouse button. You can also adjust the view by moving the mouse pointer to the appropriate edge of the screen. A selected unit is marked with a colored ring. Your own units have a green ring, enemy units a red, and neutral or allied units a blue ring. In the lower left, you can see the currently selected units and some additional information such as name, health condition, and amount of mana. You can select your avatar at any time by clicking on the Portrait button in the upper left corner of the screen. By clicking on the Portrait button with the right mouse button, the view will be moved to the appropriate unit. Move Tahira down the path to the east and through the open stone gate to the Bindstone, a large boulder, by clicking the right mouse button next to it. The Bindstone offers the Avatar an opportunity to connect his rune with this place. Should he perish, he will appear in the last Bindstone used. Enemies are able to sever the connection to a Bindstone if they attack it, thus causing you to lose one active Bindstone. Select the Bindstone with a click. At the bottom edge of the screen, you will find the action bar. A new symbol for Activate this Bindstone should have appeared there. Click on that symbol. The Bindstone will light up and is now active. You are now bound to this Bindstone. In the lower right, you will find the Overview map. Black areas have not yet been explored and are automatically uncovered when you approach them with units. Your avatar has a greater view radius, so he will uncover a larger area. The dots on the overview map are in different colors. Green dots represent your own units, red enemy and blue neutral or allied units or buildings. A few special objects such as monuments are marked in yellow. Continue along the path to the east. SpellForce offers you the option of witnessing the events of the game from different views, including the third-person perspective, where you see the action from a position directly behind and slightly above your avatar. To change the view, press the Page Up key to zoom in and the Page Down key to zoom out, or simply turn the mouse wheel. By moving the mouse wheel downwards or pressing Page Down, the camera will zoom out into an almost vertical perspective. Now, when you move the mouse wheel upwards or press page up, you will see the normal isometric views from different distances. Now change to the third-person perspective by zooming in closer. This is only possible if your avatar is inside the field of view. In the third-person perspective, you can control your avatar directly with the cursor keys or with the A, D, S, and W keys. If you hold down the right mouse button, you can change the view direction. Otherwise, operating SpellForce in this perspective is identical with the isometric view. Follow the path in third-person perspective toward the east to the next stone gate. You can change to the third-person perspective anytime during the game. Change back to the normal isometric view with the mouse wheel. An enemy goblin is lurking around the next corner. He isn't very dangerous. When you hold the mouse pointer over him, a bar will show you his health condition. Select your avatar and click with the right mouse button on the goblin. Your avatar will attack the goblin. As soon as he has been defeated, we will continue. The goblin's corpse will light up, which indicates that he was carrying an object with him. You can now take possession of this object. Take up a position close to the dead goblin and click on the corpse with the right mouse button. You can then see what object the goblin had with him on the left-hand edge of the screen. Click on the shield to take it with you. It will be automatically added to your inventory. The shield increases your avatar's armor class when you are carrying it. With a higher armor class, you lose fewer life points when an opponent hits you with the weapon. To open your inventory, click on the backpack symbol in the action bar, which can be found on the bottom of the screen. A window will open, and on the left you can select the different categories of your inventory. Click on the ring symbol, which stands for equipment. On the left, you now see the unused equipment. In the middle, the objects your avatar is currently using, and on the right, your character's current data. We'll deal with this data later. To equip your avatar with the shield, you must first pick it up with the mouse. Click on the shield and then click on the free section for the left hand beside the torso. Now close the inventory with a click on the backpack or the check mark in the lower right of the window, or by simply pressing R. In the upper left corner, you can see a clickable portrait of the avatar. We call these buttons portrait buttons. The green bar in the portrait indicates the character's health. The blue bar represents mana, magic energy. When a character's mana reserves have been depleted, he cannot cast any more spells. Mana is also replenished with time. Follow the path through the next stone gate until you have reached the wounded Lev.
Stay with me, men.
I should have stuck with my books. I hope you haven't forgotten your healing arts, Tahira. Help me. Please heal me.
Select your avatar, approach Lev.
I should have...
You have a healing spell at your disposal. If you wish to use a magic spell, there are two possibilities. The simplest possibility is offered by the click and fight system. To use this, select Lev. Under your avatar's portrait button, all meaningful actions for the selected target will appear. The blue hand is the symbol for the healing spell. Click on the symbol to heal Lev. The click and fight system can be used in the same way to launch damaging spells or melee attacks on hostile targets. As soon as you select an enemy unit, appropriate hostile actions will be offered. The alternative to this is the classic method. Speak to Lev again.
I thank you, Tahira. Without you, I would have been lost. I thank Aonir that Kaele found you.
What happened anyway? You're seeking a rune?
Yes, a special rune. Rowan is certain it must be somewhere in the ruins of Ankbrand. But the ruins are just swarming with orcs. We had to flee. Only Joshua managed to hide. Kaele knew where your house was. That's why we fought our way through to you. Please, you must help us.
All right. I will fetch your rune. You stay here and recover for a while.
As you command. Take good care, Tahira. Here, this spell scroll. I captured it from one of the orcs. Maybe it will be of some use to you. Keep following the trail. Perhaps you'll run across Joshua somewhere. May the gods grant that he is still alive.
You have received additional experience points and a magic spell scroll from Lev. It contains the Fireball spell. Once you have collected a specific number of experience points, your avatar will move up one level. When you die, you lose a small amount of experience points every time. Next, your avatar should learn the magic spell you have just received. Open your inventory and click on the symbol for Spellbook. On the left, you will see the inventory for magic spell scrolls. On the right, your spellbook, and above it, the so-called magic memory, with 9 free spaces at the current moment. Click on the scroll in the inventory to place it on the mouse pointer. Then click any free space in your spellbook. You now have transferred a new spell into your spellbook. You can enter any number of spells into your spellbook, but you can only simultaneously memorize and use 10 of those magic spells in your magic memory. Learn the Fireball magic spell by clicking on the Fireball symbol in your spellbook, and then click on any free space in your magic memory. Now close your inventory. Follow the path until you see the Minotaur. Use the Fireball spell to defeat the Minotaur. Many creatures are partially or completely resistant to specific types of magic. Your avatar can also use rare objects found in the course of the game to protect himself better from magic attacks. Behind the next gate, a fire elemental creature awaits for you. This creature is completely resistant to your fire magic. Continue along the path. Try to use your magic spell against the fire elemental creature. If a creature has resisted a magic spell, you will see white bouncing sparks. After this, defeat the fire elemental creature in close combat.
Enemies, beware. Stay with me, men.
The fire elemental was carrying a hero's rune and 4 objects. Take possession of these. Beside your main character, you now have up to 5 heroes at your disposal. The heroes are your strongest allies and may have magic powers. The hero's rune you just found represents a skilled long-range fighter. The rune establishes the hero's characteristics and abilities. In the course of the game, you will find more runes and also replace some of the older runes. To summon a hero, you must use the hero's rune in your rune table, which you always have with you, and then find a hero's monument for the summoning procedure. Open your inventory and go to the category Rune Board. On the left side, you will see your currently unused runes, and on the right, the runes entered in the Rune Board. In the upper half of the rune table, you will find the spaces for the hero's runes, and below the spaces for workers' runes, subdivided into light and dark races. Depending on which level your avatar has, you can apply up to 5 runes at once. Click on the rune of the hero and place it in one of the empty fields of the rune tablet located at the top. Now you will have to arm the hero. You should have received a bow, a dagger, and 2 pieces of armor. Go into the inventory and select the category Equipment. On the right side of the window, you will now see 2 portraits. Select the lower portrait and give your hero the 4 new objects from the left side of the inventory. The bow must go into his left hand. That's the space on the right-hand side. If your avatar or a hero cannot use an object, it will be marked with a red background. Close your inventory. Follow the path to the Great Monument. This is the hero's monument. Go right up to the hero's monument, select it, and click on the rune symbol in the action bar. Aside from the hero monument, the symbol of a hand appears in the selection window. You can inform yourself of the rune power of your avatar. Every time you call upon a hero, or later on, even a worker, you lose a bit of your rune power, and calling upon them takes a bit longer every time, too. Rune power regenerates itself automatically in the course of time. Now you can summon the hero. Select the monument and click on the symbol for the hero in the action bar. After a few seconds, the hero should appear. A second portrait button for your new hero should now appear in the upper left.
Here.
You can now command the hero. If you want to select several units simultaneously,
On my command,
you can hold down the left mouse button in the game world and drag a
Destiny
frame
wings.
around both characters.
Now.
As soon as you release the left
Ready
mouse
and
button,
able.
the selection is established. You can combine
I'm
combat
ready.
units to form groups. To do this, select the
Forwards.
units and click
Follow
on one
me.
of the small buttons at the top of the
Quickly
screen in the
now.
middle, or hold
Now.
down the control key and select a number key from 1 to 6 for the respective group.
Let's
Once
go.
you have defined a group, a portrait button will appear at the top of the screen with the number of units in the group. The functionality of the portrait button is identical to your avatars.
I'm ready.
The rune's orders?
You can now very quickly select a group by clicking on the appropriate portrait button or pressing a number key from 1 to 6. Follow the path further toward the south.
I'm ready. Let's go. I shall
You
not
have a
follow
fight
me.
with the undead ahead of you. Together with your hero, you can win this fight. Use your magic and defeat the undead.
Stay with me, men. Let's go. To adventure. Here, it's an ambush. To adventure. Let's go. Forwards. Forwards. Stay with me, men. Shall not fail.
Well done.
Follow me.
One of the undead was carrying a valuable
Now.
gem. Take it along with you.
Destiny awaits. Quickly now. To adventure.
Should you want to further test your fighting skills, turn north
To
here.
adventure.
Otherwise, follow the path
Forwards.
farther towards the south.
To adventure.
Follow the path until you find the merchant. Merchants can be
adventure.
identified by the rotating coin above their heads. You can buy and sell all kinds of objects from a merchant. Go up to the merchant and speak to him by clicking on him with the right mouse button. A window will appear with the merchant's menu. On the left of the menu, you will see your objects, and on the right, the merchant's objects. Your available money and the price of the selected objects are displayed in the middle. 100 copper coins make 1 silver coin, and 100 silver coins make 1 gold coin. Objects in SpellForce are divided into 5 categories. The 5 symbols beside your inventory and the merchant's inventory will be dark if you or the merchant have no objects in this category. You want to sell the gem to get money for a purchase. Select the lowermost symbol to open the category Quest and Value Objects. Click on the gem. The object you are offering will be marked green, and in the middle you will see the price the merchant wants to pay. Click on Sell. Now you can buy something else with the money. Click on the Runes category and purchase the Human Worker rune.
I shall not fail.
Conclude the trade
Quickly
by
now.
clicking on the check mark on the lower left in the window or by pressing
Let's
the
go.
Escape key. Open your inventory, select the category Rune Board, and place the Human Worker rune in the slot with the human portrait on the lower left of the rune board.
Let's go. Follow me.
Close your inventory.
Here, follow me. Quickly now. Here, now.
Follow the path to the bindstone.
On my command. To adventure.
Select the bindstone and activate it using the action bar. Should your character perish, you will not have to repeat the whole journey. You can travel from one bindstone to another bindstone you have already
Forwards.
activated. To do
Follow
this, select your avatar and go to the bindstone, click on it with the right mouse button and select your destination.
On my command.
You can try this out now if you want. When you are done, follow the path
Follow
to
me.
the human monument.
Quickly now.
Speak to
Now.
Joshua, the man directly beside the...
Tahira! So the others found you?
Yes, they're all well. Were you able to find out where the rune is, Joshua?
In the orcs' camp. I think it is in possession of their leader. Be careful. Those beasts are tough. You'll have to prepare yourself well. Once you've conquered them, bring the rune to me. I will turn it over to Master Rowan.
You should
Quickly
now have received a quest. Open your inventory and select the quest book page. In the middle of the window, you will see all your current uncompleted quests, and on the right, a detailed view of the currently selected quests. You have received the quest, The Lost Rune. When you click on this quest, the individual steps of this quest will appear on the right. Already completed steps will be displayed darkened. When you hold the mouse pointer over one of these individual steps, a help window will additionally appear in the lower left in case you have forgotten something. Close your inventory. Go to the monument, select it, and click on the rune symbol in the action bar. The moment you occupy the Worker Monument, things get serious. Normally, when enemies discover your newly established settlements, they will do all they can to destroy you as quickly as possible. On this map, however, you can take your time. You can now summon human workers. Select the monument and click on the worker symbol in the action bar. The worker will appear in a couple of seconds. You may also click the symbol several times to order more workers. Produce at least 5 workers. When you have selected the monument, you will see numbers indicating your population limitations below. The upper number indicates how many workers of this race you currently have, and the maximum number you are allowed to have. At present, you can produce up to 20 workers. The maximum number of workers increases when you construct larger headquarters. On the upper right, you will now find a portrait for human workers.
I'm on it.
The number indicates how many human workers are currently not doing the job. You can select a free worker with a click on the portrait button. Workers can collect different resources depending on their race. Human workers can chop trees, collect stone, or mine ore. To the left of the monument, you will find a stone quarry, and to the right, an ore deposit. The next forest is located to the west. To have workers collect a resource, select one or more workers and then click with the right mouse button directly on a tree, a stone, or an ore deposit. Only workers may figure in this selection. On the top edge of the screen, you will see the amount of resources you already have acquired.
Ready to go.
You can use resources to construct buildings or summon combat units to a monument.
Master of the Rune?
Select workers and send them with the right mouse button to chop down trees, collect stone and mine ore until you have at least 50 units of each of these 3 basic resources. Very good. You now have sufficient resources to construct your first buildings. Select a worker and click on the building symbol in the action bar. A selection of buildings will appear. Click on the woodcutter hut and select a site in the game world near the forest to start construction by clicking the left mouse button. The selected worker will now begin to erect the building. You can select additional workers and send them to the construction site with a right click, should you want construction to progress faster. Now select some other workers and build a quarry near the stone resources and a mine near the iron.
Here I am, on my way.
In each of these resource buildings, up to 5 workers can advance to the status of so-called craftsmen.
Yes?
Craftsmen have different clothing and special tools, and are twice as efficient as simple workers. When you select a finished building, then you can see how many craftsmen are already assigned to this building in the selection window. When you click an empty symbol, and there is another free worker available, he will be assigned to the building. When you click an occupied symbol, a worker will be released. Those workers that construct a building automatically take over the free jobs in the building insofar as they are available. When you send a worker to a building with the right mouse button, you can fill free jobs. This way, workers who, for example, chop down trees, will automatically look for free jobs in woodcutter houses and start doing them in a short time. Wait until all 3 buildings are finished. Should construction work fail to continue in the building, this means you have mistakenly removed all the workers from the construction site.
All right then. Understood. That way. As good as done. Master of the Very well, off I go. Yes? All right then. Understood. Here I am. Building completed.
Now your resources should increase much faster. Keep an eye on the individual stocks and, if necessary, assign your workers to other jobs. In order to recruit a larger army, you will need food. Humans are very flexible and are able to catch fish, hunt or breed animals, and grow grain.
Off to work.
In the area surrounding your base, you will find a number of animals. Build a hunting lodge to gather food. Additionally, construct a small headquarters so that you will have up to 30 workers at your disposal.
At your service. Building completed. I'm on it. Ready to go. Understood. Off to work. Here I am. On my way. Off to work. Yes. Ready to go. That way. Master of the Rune? No problem. Master of the Rune? Understood. Building completed.
You can send up to 5 workers to the hunting lodge to collect food faster. The amount of the food you have stored determines the maximum size of your army. The flags on the buildings show you whom the buildings belong to and if workers are currently active in this building. If you look carefully, you will see that the lake behind the human monument is full of fish. There are also some berry bushes on the bank of the lake, but these serve exclusively as food for elves. Now you should do something to defend your settlement. Build 2 towers in the area around the stone slabs, as enemies might come from this direction.
I'm on it.
Follow me.
Master of the Rune? Building completed. I'm on it. Building completed.
Some goblins are attacking your settlement. You will soon hear an alarm signal and see a red symbol on the overview map indicating the site of the attack. Defend your town with your avatar and your hero.
At your command.
Yes. Freedom.
An enemy attack!
It's an ambush. The lines must hold.
Excellent. The attack has been thwarted. By the way, whenever you hear an alarm signal, you can use the space bar to immediately switch to the site of the action.
Yes?
If your towers are damaged, you can have them repaired. Select 1 or more workers for the job and click with the right mouse button on the damaged structure. You can not only summon workers at a human monument, but also human warriors and mages. Single warriors summoned at the human monument will not be as strong as your avatar or your hero. With sufficient resources, however, you can produce whole armies. Now it is time to build an army. Firstly, you will need to construct a forge.
Building completed. Your orders?
Weapons and armor for battle units will be manufactured in this forge. If you have several forges, you can produce units faster. Battle units are also summoned to human monuments. If you would like to establish a rally point for new units, select the human monument and click with the right mouse button on the desired destination. The appearance of a little flag indicates that the summoned combat units will assemble at this point. Select the human monument and summon at least 3 recruits and 3 scouts. If you are unable to produce units, you will find text marked in red in the help window, which specifies the reason why, for example, a missing or unoccupied building, or insufficient resource. The orcs have their own scouts always on the lookouts for enemies. If one of these scouts discovers your settlement or your warriors, he will return to his headquarters and sound the alarm.
I'm ready.
A scout is about to discover your settlement, which is shown by a yellow symbol appearing on the overview map. Destroy the opponents before they can get away.
Ready for action! Fortify the defenses!
You may not be attacked now.
Shall
The enemy
not really-
headquarters will eventually notice the missing scout and start searching for him. You have, however, gained time and can use it to quickly produce more scouts and recruits.
I'm ready. Follow me.
It is important for you to destroy the buildings in the enemy camp as quickly as possible, because new opponents are
Now.
continuously being recruited there.
Let's go.
To produce a larger army, you will need larger quantities of food. Select your human monument. The lower numbers in the selection window on the left indicate how many combat units you have, as well as the maximum number you can support. The current maximum is 10. Inside the headquarters buildings, you can use food to increase the maximum size of your army. Select your small headquarters building. In the action bar below, you will now see a symbol for food. When you hold the mouse pointer directly above it, the costs for this increase will show up in the help window. When you click once on the symbol, the maximum number of combat units will increase from 10 to 15 for 100 food units. The increase from 15 to 20 units already costs 200 food units. Increase the maximum number of combat units to at least 20 units by clicking the symbol twice. If the symbol is darkened, your hunters have not acquired sufficient food, and you will have to wait a while. With the small headquarters, you can support a maximum of 30 combat units. Medium-sized or large headquarters, which will become available later, afford additional possibilities to increase the maximum level. If you later decide to play with 2 allied races, then the maximum number of combat units for the entire army applies, with the races also sharing their food. Produce additional scouts and recruits and destroy the orc camp in the east. Secure more resources and ensure you have sufficient food.
Let's get cracking then.
Ready to fight, sir. Right away, sir.
Building completed.
Ready to fight away, sir.
On my
To
command.
adventure.
Let's go. Forwards. Quickly now. To adventure. Let's go.
Never give up. They're attacking. Ready for action. All right.
At your command. Understood.
Engaging the enemy. Sir. Yes, sir. Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understood.
Destiny will tap. On my command.
Eyes open, swords ready, sir. Yes, sir. Understood. Never give up.
Here. Quickly.
Never surrender.
For the order.
You cannot search coffers or chests when enemies are near. There is a chest in the orc camp. Stand close to
Quickly
it
now.
with one of your characters, and you will be able to
Here.
open the chest by clicking with the right mouse button. Take possession of both plans. You have just found the construction plan for a
Quickly
new
now.
building, and the unit plan for the human unit clerics. Open your inventory and go to the plans page. Here you have an overview of which building and unit plans you have for all 6 races. On the right-hand side in the window, you can select the race. Select Humans. Place the unit plan in a free space among the units in the lower line. You can now produce this unit at your human monument, provided you have the required buildings and sufficient resources. Place the building plan in an empty slot on the line of building icons. The first line may be full, so you might have to press the right arrow. Now your workers are able to construct the Temple of Light. Close your inventory. If you want to summon human units with magic powers, you will need Aria, a magic liquid. Near the orc camp, you will find an Aria spring. Simple workers are not able to collect Aria. You will need a special building for that purpose. Put up an Aria shrine near the Aria spring and the Temple of Light in your main settlement. To select this building, you must click on the pointer on the right of the building selection.
What does the rune desire? Understood.
Up to 5 workers can work in the Aria Shrine and collect Aria. The Temple of Light serves to invoke units with magic powers, comparable to the Forge for weapon production. Several temples allow you to invoke magic units more quickly. Additionally, you can buy upgrades at the Temple of Light. Upgrades are possible on several buildings, and they generally improve your units as well as offering other benefits. If you select the temple and have sufficient resources, you can click the clerical blessing symbol below. All the clerics you summon after this will have a shield and sizable mana reserves at their disposal.
Let's get cracking then, that way. At your service. Very well, off I go.
Beside the Aria Spring, you will see Lenya plants and moon silver. Both resources cannot be used by humans, but play an important role for other races. Produce at least 3 clerics. Should you be unable to produce the unit, the button will be darkened. In this case, move the mouse over the button and follow the instructions in the help window.
At your service.
In case you already have the maximum number of units, you can select units and destroy them by using the key K. The next thing we want to do is gear up iron production a little. Put up a smelting works as close as possible to your mine building.
All right then. As good as done.
Awaiting your orders. Right away, sir.
Upgrade complete. A new skill is available.
Sir. Yes, sir. Eyes open, sword ready, sir. Ready to fight, sir. Sir. Yes, sir.
Here I am. Very well, off I go. Building completed.
The mine craftsman will now deliver the mined ore to the smelting works, where it will be processed further. This means you will now receive a double quantity of resources per delivery. Simple workers can only deliver their resources to headquarters and monuments. All the craftsmen can deliver their iron ore to a smelting works, their wood to a sawmill, their stones to a stonemason's hut, or their food to a storehouse, which then doubles the amount of each delivery. Build a food storehouse. When the food storehouse is finished, you can use food to regenerate the life points and mana reserves in your summoned units. This is especially important if you summon several magic units. Your avatar and your heroes, by the way, regenerate themselves without food. Summoned at least 15 combat units.
Ready and able. The
If you
rune's
follow
orders.
the path past the orc
The rune
camp farther to
calls.
the east, you will arrive at an enemy lookout. As soon as it makes sight contact,
Yes.
it will alarm its headquarters.
Yes, sir.
Advance with your avatar, the hero, and at least
Understood.
15 combat units to the east. As soon as the lookout has discovered you, a yellow warning signal will appear on the overview map.
Destiny
Quickly
awaits.
now.
Let's go. Now. Follow me.
The orcs have been alerted to your presence and will send out an assault wave to confront you. Destroy the orcs and their camp.
What the order?
Fortify the defenses. They're attacking. Fortify the defenses. Awaiting your orders.
Destiny awaits.
Quickly now.
Now.
Into battle we go.
Facing the enemy. Never give up.
Shall fight for our need.
We're under attack.
Enemy contact. Awaiting your order. Moving out. Eyes open, sword ready, sir. Eyes open, sword ready, sir.
Destiny awaits.
Into battle we go.
Now. Forwards.
Congratulations.
Let's go.
If you now
Follow
look in
me.
your quest book, you will see that you have now solved the 2 previously open steps. The leader of the orcs was carrying the rune. Loot the corpse and take the rune if not already done so. Now go back to Joshua at the human monument and talk to him.
Let's go.
Ready for action. Right away, sir.
Ready to go.
By Zarek's accursed eyes, the rune, you did it! Even if I can barely stand to look at a rune warrior, nobody else could have managed that feat. Master Rowan will be relieved.
You have received additional experience points for solving the quests, and your avatar has gained 1 level. With every new level, your avatar will have more life points and mana reserves. You will also receive skill and attribute points that can be used to further improve your avatar. Open the inventory and go into the category Character Information. On the right of the window, select your avatar if it's not already activated. On the left of the window, you will see the skills of your avatar, and in the middle, its attributes. Distribute the new attribute points, for example, for strength or wisdom. To do this, click in the window on the small arrows directly beside the numbers of the attributes. The individual attributes stand for the characteristics of a figure. If you pass over an attribute with the mouse pointer, the help window will explain the meaning of the individual numbers. Now distribute the new skill points. Click on New Skills and select Light Combat. Distribute the second point wherever you like by clicking on one of the small arrows beside the skill. Due to your improved skills in light combat, you have now received an additional combat skill. It's called Berserk. You will find this melee combat skill in your spell book. Transfer Berserk to your magic memory. Close your inventory.
Yes, let's go. Follow me.
Combat abilities and some magic
Awaiting
spells
your
are not
order.
cast at a target, but rather only work on the caster himself. Test the Berserk ability by selecting your character and clicking the symbol below in the action bar, or above left on the portrait.
Ready and on my way.
When you trigger the Berserk ability, your avatar causes an enormous damage to the enemy for a short period of time. This can be very helpful in an emergency situation, although you cannot apply this attack again until after a few minutes.
On my
Now
command.
speak to Joshua again.
It's slowly getting to be time for me to head out. It was good to fight by your side again.
Come along. I'll accompany you to the portal.
Zerba, have mercy. Will this never end?
That will be interesting.
Rowan. Master Rowan. One moment later, and we would have been lost.
Do you have the rune?
Tahira salvaged it from the ruins. Here it is.
Tahira, I thank you. You have...
Served you well?
I can understand your fury. Believe me, it was worth it. This rune is the key to our future and past. But I don't want to bother you any longer. Live in peace, Tahira. We will not meet again.
Farewell, Tahira.
You can now leave this map through the magic portal, or follow the path to the south, where further opponents are waiting along with some useful hints, which you don't necessarily need for the first maps.
I'm ready, now. To adventure.
By clicking on the options in the top right, you can save the current game at any time. Go west to the portal to leave the map.
Enemy contact!
Whenever you see a statue, you will receive some tips and hints from different areas of the game.
On my command.
Fortify the defenses! Never surrender!
Quickly now. Now.
When you travel through a portal or bind stone from one platform to another, you lose all the units you had previously summoned with rune magic and your settlements. That's why you should choose one
Quickly now.
Never give up!
Many characters have dialogues and orders that concern the main quest. Characters are only important for so-called side quests.
On my command. To adventure.
You can recognize the characters for the main quest by the large exclamation mark above their heads. You will need to talk to these characters in order to solve the main quest successfully. The so-called side quests are optional. You don't have to solve them. Do it.
Let's go.
Never give up! Enemy contact!
Beside the inventory formation symbol. When you select several units, You can form a
Forwards.
formation by clicking on the
Eyes
formation
open,
symbol.
sword ready, sir.
The units will then become a formation just as they are arranged in the game world.
I'm ready. To adventure.
Generally, it is more
Forwards.
comfortable to use convenient function for standard formations. As soon as you
Forward.
have formed a formation, 3 additional symbols appear
Freedom.
for the standard formations. You can order your own units to follow someone. This is especially useful when you want to move with other units in the third-person perspective.
Fortify the defenses.
To do this, select the desired units, then press the Shift key and click with the right mouse button on the file, such as your avatar, which you
Never give up.
Forwards.
No problem. On my way. Yes?
Never give up.
Forwards.
Fortify the defenses.
Quickly now.
Never
Very
give
well.
up. Yes, sir. Understood.
Onward, warriors!
Stay with me, men.
They're attacking.
Let's go.
Very well.
Shall not live. Forwards. Quickly now. Let's go. At arms, men.
When a normal
Stay
go-to
with me,
command
men.
is issued, the units will ignore enemies on their way to the target and only start to defend themselves
I'm ready.
as soon as they reach the destination. You can hold down the control key. Give the go-to command to your own units with the right mouse button. In this
Quickly
case,
now.
they will attack enemies along the way.
Engaging the enemy.
The resources in SpellForce regenerate with the force of touch. They can thus be used to
They're attacking.
or among the
Never surrender.
Let's go.
Never surrender.
Forwards. Follow me.
If If you hold down the Alt key and give your own units a go-to command with the right mouse button, your units will scout the area between their present position and the destination. By indicating several points, they will patrol these points one after the other, forwards and backwards, with no regard to their starting position. When scouting, your units will attack any enemy in their sight. By holding down the shift you can describe the exact location. At the final point, the units will stop. You can use this method to send your units around an enemy camp without having to change their directions over and over again.
The lines must hold.
Certain magic spells allow you to call upon so-called servants, who are loyal to the mages and support them during battles. A mage can call upon several servants simultaneously. However, these servants cost the mage a certain amount of mana as time passes, which leads to a slower regeneration or even a constant loss. The mage is lost all of his mana points.
They're attacking!
Here I am. Understood.
I shall not fail. Let's go.
You will find a monument symbol where you can without moving.
Follow me.
When you click on monument symbol with the right mouse button, then view will focus on the monuments one after another.
It's an ambush.
Fortify the defenses!
Now.
You can build some buildings at the start. Others require construction large. You will find the appropriate
Stay with me, then.
respective heading. Some units require special buildings before they can be aside from the necessary resources, they may also need a forge for metal weapons and armor, a weapon workshop for wooden weapons and leather outfits, or a magic building for units with magic skills. Some units need further special buildings.
Quickly now.
You will find the appropriate hints in the respective health windows.
Forwards.
The more often you defeat a certain type of enemy, the less experience
Never surrender!
you earn a lot more points when you defeat new enemies.
Follow me.
Never surrender! Fortify the defenses!
The lines must hold.
When you press the Tab key, The strongest enemy in the visible view will be selected. By pressing
Engaging the enemy.
again, switch through all the visible views.
Never give up.
This way you can select enemy targets very quickly. For example, in the fight system.
Quickly now. To adventure. The lines must hold.